dip it in the bubbles. You're going to lose. How do I know? Come here and I'll tell you. Come here. So that's what that does. I don't really feel like I need to tell you how vital this is. I respect you too much. The only excuses you have for not having it in your collection right now is that you're dead, you're on death row, or you're mired on some failed Russian space station out there somewhere. In which case, tell me your address and I will send you a copy. I will send you a copy. What do you need to know about it if you don't qualify those things and you are a shameful nerd? Well, you need to know that it's directed by Joss Whedon, who is basically a geek deity. He did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Dollhouse, which some people like, including myself, because, season 2 really started picking up the story. And, and I'm being interrupted by my baby, but Marvel's The Avengers is basically the culmination of all that nerd mind spum that's been collecting since the comic was first published in 1963, descending upon Joss Whedon's comic book brain, impregnating it, and giving birth to pure cinematic joy. It's awesome. And he works an ensemble cast better than almost anybody. He knows how to write females. We've got all these big stars who basically embody the characters to such an extent now that I can't even remember what the characters are like outside of the cinematic universe. We finally get a lot of story on Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner's characters, and Sam Jackson, for once, doesn't look like he just wandered off the set of a Matrix sequel and just started talking to the characters in the other movies, We finally get a lot of him. And the girls love Loki. I don't get it, but, that's alright. That's for them. That's between them and Loki. It's sort of like a crossover from the Snape fandom in Harry Potter. Everybody loves a bad magician. I wish I'd known that as a child. I would have started learning magic. If you can only get one thing, get this thing, because this thing has bonus Lizzie Kaplan in it, and I won't tell you where, but it's a bonus feature. I know a lot of you like Lizzie Kaplan, Party Down, etc., etc. New Girl. Try it out. But if you can get two things, then might I suggest you try The Cabin in the Woods. It's got that smooth Joss Whedon flavor, co-written by him and one of the Buffy writers, Drew Goddard, who also directed it. But be warned, the lenticular cover actually gives away one of the plot points, and I'm going to try very carefully not to do that to you, but basically, when you buy it in a store, you're going to have to just stay like this the whole time until you get it home and out of its box. It's because if I move my head either way, I can sort of see. Yeah, so just go up to the Best Buy person, here's my money, I'm just gonna go this way. Maya, where are we? What are these things? Should I open it? I feel like somebody's watching us. It's really creepy in here. Oh my goodness, I found something. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, Maya, look out! Ah! It's this glove. It's a secret diary of Old MacDonald. Watch out, Maya, duck! Ah! If you just were waiting for the Blu-ray and And this came in the mail. As soon as you open it, you know there's a bunch of stuff going on that you shouldn't. And it's really hard to talk about The Cabin in the Woods, which is the name of the movie I've been blathering on about. It's really hard to talk about The Cabin in the Woods because all the best stuff in it is sort of secret. I'm sure you're all spoiled by now, but for the 10% of you who aren't, who are watching this because you liked my hair, Cabin in the Woods is a great movie full of extremely nerdy, exciting horror references, but it's not just a movie of references. It's not like Scream where it's all winking at you. It's sort of just like, we love horror and we're making a horror movie, and yes, we're sort of peeling the layers apart to look at what horror is and why it is, but we're not necessarily saying, hey, haha, when a person says they're gonna go, down to the basement, that usually means they're gonna get killed. And we know that. Our characters know that. This is it. This is my movie. Somebody made a movie for me. I'm not a super horror geek. There's some references that missed me slightly, but I know enough to know that these people loved horror. I mean, I want to just point out that, in a world where CG is king, these guys, I think first-time director Drew Goddard probably regrets it now, but he committed to practical effects wherever possible, and it shows, and it's so wonderful.
All your base are belong to nerds.